Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back once again to another Fallout 4 settlement build. Today we're going to be checking out this diner, and like always guys, any mods I'm using are going to be listed down in the description. But other than that, hopefully you all enjoy the build, and without further ado, let's go ahead and take a closer look. Alright guys, so first things first, we're going to be taking a look at the outside of the build, and then we'll go ahead and move on inside. But out here you'll notice we have a large variety of different signs, which pretty much just advertise what's available here. You'll notice there's a lot of ones just kind of portraying Nuka-Cola, and then we also have a big one up top displaying that this is indeed a diner. And then other than that, there are a few other little things, like the American flag and the rocket ship up top. And these really don't do anything other than just help out the general color scheme and also give this place a little more flair. But in terms of the color scheme, it's really just red and white, and then obviously the orange boxcar. Which almost kind of sucks in a way, because I really do wish they had a lot more colors for the boxcars. But aside from decoration, we also have quite a bit of functional stuff as well, such as the menu posted up here on the wall, which I believe comes from the business settlement mod. And then all these little things you're seeing are from the OCDecorator, which just allows you to craft the miscellaneous items and then place those down. And unlike the base game, they actually stay put and don't fall through any floors, so these are always a very nice addition. And last but not least, in the corner we do have the flaming barrel, just to keep some of the customers warm, although you could argue that if you chose to sit here, it might get a little bit too hot. That's pretty much it for the outside though, so we'll go ahead and move on indoors. And sadly, there just really was not enough room to try anything crazy in here or even use some of the booths that we got to use in our old diner. So we're really just limited to these smaller type tables with the single seats. And you'll see we have about 4 of them inside, and then there's also the 2 extras outdoors. But I did try giving them a decent amount of decoration. Obviously, you can't place as much stuff on them as you could with the bigger tables, but you'll notice we have at least a little bit of room for cups and plates, you know, your various kitchenware stuff. But I did try making them each a little bit different, especially when it came to placing down these lamps. But moving to the far back corner, you'll see we have 2 of these smaller wooden tables, which just give us some more room to place down a few more functional details, or in the case of the one back here, some more decorative stuff like the radio and the old camera. But I was thinking for this one it could just hold some free coffee that would be available to any customers, and then as you can see I've also decorated the wall quite a bit, whether it be with posters or even the Nuka-Cola clock up top. As for the other side though, sadly we couldn't place as many items, especially when it came to the back wall here, and that's because it's actually out of the settlement limit. So unfortunately, the only thing I was able to kind of sneak back there was the box of Nuka-Cola, which in a way does sort of fit into the build, but I was just hoping for a little bit more. So all we really have are the few tables and just a couple posters decorating the wall. And then as for lighting, for this room we have the fan. The one in the back left corner has a blue light, and same goes for the main counter. And I think I've told you guys before that when you're building inside the boxcars, everything can really start to blend together and just look very bland. So these RGB lights tend to be very helpful when it comes to just breaking up the overall color scheme. Also, I didn't really notice this before, but I just decided to close this door, and I was thinking, because you can put one here as well, if you want to try and recreate this, and I'm not sure how well this would fit in with a diner type building, but say if you were going for more of a hideout type place or even some kind of a bar, you could always make one of these rooms that branch off a sort of secret area just by placing in another door here that could close. And I think that would be a pretty cool idea. But as for the main area here, I think the last thing we have left is the bar. And obviously there's 2 seats here, but the section to the right is more designated for the customers to walk up to and actually place their orders. And like always, there's plenty of decorations on the counter itself, such as food, or even just a few loose caps. Now moving to the very back of the build, this is where our kitchen happens to be. along with the owner's bedroom as well. And you'll also see the cashier has a little notepad to write down on, whether it be orders or just notes in general about maybe rowdy customers or something. And then those would get posted up on the board here, so the cook can actually cook his meals, or I don't know, maybe if the customers were rowdy, he could always spit in their food or add some poison. As cruel as that sounds, but I mean, it's the apocalypse after all. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get rid of bad business. But really quick, we'll go ahead and take a look at the owner's bedroom, which isn't really a bedroom at all, but I tried to give it a little bit of privacy by adding in the curtain there. Other than that, though, there's quite a bit of storage and just other personal items that might be important to the owner, such as the key for the safe, a toy that kind of goes along with the whole theme of the build, and then maybe a couple personal pictures up top. But I'd say that's really about it for the bedroom area, so we'll go ahead and move over to the kitchen. And over here there's a decent amount of cleaning supplies, along with quite a bit of extra storage, some posters to decorate the wall, and I'm pretty sure we already went over what that was. And then there's quite a bit of storage for plates and kitchenware, that sort of stuff. And then last but not least, we do have the actual stove and sink, along with some extra supplies above that and some meals that are actually being cooked at the moment. But anyways, guys, I'd say that's just about it for today's build, so hopefully you did enjoy it. If not, make sure and let me know what you thought in the comments, whether it be good or bad. And also, if you've got any ideas for future builds, even if it's not for the Boxcar series, I'd love to hear those. I think next up we might be trying something like a hair salon, but if any other cool ideas pop up, we could always try those as well. And then eventually I'd like to do some stuff like a mayor's office, or maybe some kind of boxcar jail or prison, who knows. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. And as always, I will see you in the next one.